Hello, welcome to Actualize Abundance. At least that's what I think I'm talking about today. This is kind of turning into like a video blog to be turned into a course, right? And I'm doing this the way I'm doing this to show people and to demonstrate to people you don't have to fear your money puzzle, and you don't have to do things linearly. You don't have to know every single step as you go. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. And we're going to start with meditation. I'll do a couple of minutes of a guided meditation. And the purpose today is because one of the things I'm going to talk about is anxiety. And meditation is a great way to calm our anxiety, as well as access new possibilities when it comes to our money puzzle. So let's go ahead now and drop in. So the invitation is to simply be with yourself wherever you are at. You may want to sit down, get yourself comfortable. If you're driving, maybe you have the opportunity to pull over and stop for just a couple of minutes and actually come home into yourself. So with that, let's begin. I invite you to close your eyes and start to bring your awareness to your breath. Life is breath. We have access to even more life when we breathe. And when we breathe deeply, intentionally, with focus and awareness, it allows us to calm ourselves down. Take a moment to recognize your own breathing. Notice if it's sticking anywhere in your body. Oftentimes, if we're having challenges, if negative emotions are arising, our breath is constricted. So take a moment to notice if there's any constriction and breathe into the constriction. One of my favorite things to do when I'm breathing is to think about breathing in to all of the space between the molecules of my body, because my body is more space than molecules, more space than matter. So if you think about breathing into the space, I feel like I can take a much deeper breath. So let's do that. Everybody inhale. Really focus on breathing into the space, suck in extra air. Fill all the space. And exhale. And really empty out all of your lungs. So push the air out with your diaphragm, with your chest, with your throat. Take another really deep breath in. Into all the space between your matter. And think about what it might be like. Instead of thinking, I matter, to think about I space. What does that do for you? What does that make you feel? And be with I space as you breathe in and you breathe out. I love that eye space. Creates more spaciousness in my being. Eye space. So take this simple breathing and mantra meditation with you into your day. And as you let that settle into your being, knowing you have this tool, slowly bring your awareness to your body. Whatever you may be doing, whether you're sitting down, feel your body against what you're sitting on. Whatever you may be touching, bring awareness to whatever that is you're in contact with. Bring your awareness to the room or the spaciousness around you now. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Oh, maybe that's just a distraction. My unconscious mind is giving me some sort of beautiful, delicious distraction. So, welcome to today. It is a gorgeous day out here. I am excited to get outside. I'm excited to make this video, and I want to say that I'm excited about my money puzzle. I told you I'm going to talk a little bit about anxiety today. And the first thing I want to address about anxiety, let's talk about how anxiety feels inside of our body. So this is anxiety over here. We're going to talk about what it looks like, sounds like, feels like. That's what we call the VAK, the visual, auditory, kinesthetic. And that's stuff from NLP that actually gives us a lot of information about how our programming is working inside of our brain. So we're going to look at the VAK of anxiety. So I want you to consider what the VAK is of anxiety for you. What does anxiety look like? What does anxiety sound like? And what does anxiety feel like inside of your body? So for me, anxiety looks like, so all of a sudden I get a picture in my head and I see me in the picture, right? I see me in the picture. That means I'm dissociated from my body because I'm looking at me. If I were seeing the image through my own eyes, I would be associated. I would be in my body. But because when I close my eyes, I see myself in the picture, that means I'm dissociated. Okay, so that's a really significant way we relate to things in our life. And it's just about having awareness so that that's a starting place. So I see myself in the picture. I see myself in contraction. I literally see all of my energy getting sucked up inside of me and held there, locked in place. So that's what the image looks like to me. When I focus in on my face in the picture in my head, I see signs of fear. I see my breathing is really short and really shallow. It comes from up here. I can see tension in my neck and my cheeks and my scalp. And that's actually what it feels like in my body, right? I feel the tightness across the back of my shoulders. I feel like I'm wound up inside in a tight coil. All right. And when I look at the picture and I go, are there any sounds associated with the picture? Again, I hear the really shallow, constricted breathing. And when I hear myself breathing like that, I hear fear. And see, now I'm doing it because that's what I'm focused on, seeing it in the picture. So we're just going to hold that image. And now we're going to come over here and we're going to talk about excitement. All right. So I want you to think about a time you've been really excited. Think about a time you've been really excited. And when you think about a time you were really excited, do you have a picture? Now, what is the VAK for you on excitement? So for me, let me say this also. When you're excited, what does excitement look like? What does excitement sound like? And what does excitement feel like for you? So I'm going to focus in on the picture for me. And interestingly, I'm seeing the same image, just slightly different. And now what I'm looking at, I'm still dissociated, but I'm also, this is something that's really common for me. I flip back and forth being dissociated, looking at my body, and then being embodied, being associated, looking out through my own eyes. So I'm doing that flippy. And when I am in my body, this is what I feel like. I feel open. And when I'm looking at my body, that's what I see. I see Dina going like, yeah. And I feel expansive and the energy is radiating out from me. Literally, it's like this energy field is going, right? Because that's excitement. I'm taking deep, full, energetic breaths. I'm feeling, oh, yeah. I'm filling my entire body with the breath of life. And I already described a little bit of what I'm hearing. I hear myself going, yeah. And I hear the breath going in deeply and coming out gently and relaxed. So good. Continue to kind of hone in on what does your image look like, sound like, feel like for excitement. And I want you to kind of hold those images next to each other, right? Maybe you can look at this hand and go, oh, I see the picture of me doing anxiety. And oh, I see the picture of me doing excitement. And I want to bring awareness to these things. These two different emotional experiences are almost physiologically identical, except for one thing. And maybe you know what that one thing is. If you know what it is, be like, I know. Guess what? There's nobody around probably to see you do that. The one difference between anxiety and excitement is quite literally our breath. So when we feel anxious, we can bring our awareness to our breath and breathe deeply into all of the space in our matter and say, I space. And think about being expansive in our energy as that breath comes in, because that's what the breath is doing. The breath is expanding us. We're expanding our rib cage and therefore our body. And all of a sudden we feel expansive, and we can literally, instead of saying, I feel anxious, we can change our physiology. We can change our breath and go, I'm excited. And then be like, how do I feel now? And typically we'll feel excited. So that's one of my favorite things to do for anxiety when I feel anxious. So I'm bringing this up because what's happening is I'm having anxiety show up in my body and my mind and my spirit about my money puzzle. And I'm not letting myself get stuck in anxiety, because if I'm stuck in anxiety, what does that do for me? What does that do to me? It makes me shut down. It makes me have small thoughts. It makes me feel totally contracted, and it makes me want to withdraw from everything around me, which is not actually beneficial, because to expand our life, to change our money puzzle, into something that's truly positive, that works for us, that supports us, that taps into abundance, where we actually actualize abundance, we get to be in the expansive space inside of ourselves and inside of our life. That's the number one way we change all of this, is by how we choose to be with it. We will come to that over and over and over. So the anxiety rises in me and I go, wait. I'm feeling something that is not what I want to feel. And I go, oh, what is that? Oh, that's anxiety. Why am I feeling anxious? Oh, right. I don't get to feel anxious. And it's not about making the anxiety wrong. It's about reframing the story I'm telling myself about how I feel. So I go, oh, no. I'm excited about this money puzzle. I get to do this. I get to solve this. I get to transform this. I get to put this puzzle together. I get to let it be fun and exciting and a game that I get to play. And as soon as I do that, all the energy inside of me changes. I move out here into taking up the spaciousness of my infinite being. And I start to get new insights. I start to get new downloads. I start to get new information to help me put the money puzzle together. Ooh, that piece goes here. Ooh, that piece goes here. Oh, I'll take that piece. That piece goes over here. Ooh, that was a good piece. If I'm operating from a stuck place of anxiety, I don't have access to that. I have to have that tool every day to get myself over here to excitement in order to start to create massive change in my life. I will create infinitely better possibilities and opportunities. I will create them over here. If I'm stuck over here, that it's very small, it's very limited, it's very contracted. What I can create over here is a fraction of what I can do from excitement. Okay, so there's all of that. That is the shift from anxiety all the way over here to excitement. And all it takes is our breath and the awareness of expanding the breath inside of our body to expand us, and quite literally thinking, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. You have a picture of what excitement looks like. So when you're feeling this, choose the picture and move into this. It's that easy. That's the power of our mind. This is why I love neuro-linguistic programming and why I became a trainer of it. So I train and certify other people to learn how to use it for themselves first and foremost, because I truly believe that when we have the tools, that's when we're at our best. And then from there, people take these tools. It's the fishing rod, and they learn to use that fishing rod, and then they build a fishing empire. That's what I'm all about. I want people to have the tools that they need to help themselves. And then from there, now that they've helped themselves, literally, they put on their own oxygen mask first. Oh, I got this. Now I'm going to help other people, and I get to build an industry or an empire helping others, being of service. So that's what we're doing here. All right, there was something else I felt compelled to share in this video. I'm going to take a moment to be with myself and see if it can arise inside of me again, because I know it's in there. I simply need to allow myself a little bit of space to see what it was. I'll be right back. I got it. This is significant for me. I've navigated anxiety throughout my life. It used to be fairly debilitating at times, to the point where I would literally throw up. I would be that anxious. So in 2020, just over 2 years ago, literally the nonstop anxiety was resolved when I healed the massive part of the trauma from experiencing sexual abuse as a child. So now what happens when my anxiety shows up? I have the tools to get myself out of it, and I know exactly what I'm anxious about. So that's a very different experience from having constant anxiety because there was so much I needed to resolve inside of me, to now going, I'm feeling anxious. What am I anxious about? Oh, right. First off, I get to be excited about that thing, and that thing is this. And then from there, I know how to take immediate, decisive action, because action moves us out of or away from anxiety or negative emotions also. So when I reframe it to excitement, that also helps me gain momentum to actually start to take the steps. So I want to bring in another aspect of this. Raise your hand if anxiety has ever impacted, affected, interrupted your sleep. I've had ongoing sleep issues at different times of my life in various forms. So of course, because of the fun, exciting money puzzle, the sleep is getting interrupted. I've learned a lot of things over the years of how to take good care of my sleep. And there's something specific I want to share with you that I just learned about. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things here that I think are really relevant, because I'm going to consistently talk about the infinite nonlinear beings that we are. That when we get out of the human aspect and the linearity of how we operate as a human and into the infinite being we are and into the nonlinear, we can start to see how much synchronicity is actually available to us every day when we follow the inner guidance. So 2 days ago, I'm thinking about who has my money, right? Because this is how we work on our money puzzle. Is like, who has my money? Who are the people I can partner with? Where are my ideal clients? So when I say who has my money, it's not coming from like this, like kind of energy. It's about like, what are the creative ways that I can connect with my people? This is what Grant Cardone talks about, right? So I'm thinking about that. And this was happening during the night when I was awake for about 3 hours. And I do a really great job. Like, I used to get so upset in the night when I would wake up. And now it's just a beautiful practice of being with myself, being with my thoughts, the experience in my body, and understanding and having the ability where fear does not take me out, anxiety does not take me out. It's literally a self-love practice of being with those thoughts and to choose the thoughts. Like, if I'm going to be awake, I'm going to use it as basically like a meditation in bed. I've been staying in bed with Sebastian, off in his body. Hey, baby, can you come spoon me, wrapped around me? And I just stay with my thoughts. And I am really good at like asking powerful questions. That's the important thing to creating an incredible life and actually actualizing abundance. Asking powerful questions. So I'm like, all right, universe, who has my money? Who are my contacts? Who are the people that are supporters of me that I can reach out to and ask for them to send referrals, to partner in any way? And this woman I met in 2018 came into my mind. She is an incredible, incredible woman. And we've seen each other a handful of times through the years, and we stay connected occasionally by text. And I was thinking about her. And so like I reached out to her the next day, and I went to her LinkedIn and saw what she is up to. So she has been involved in, I think, like 12 startups. She's exited from 8. She knows how to do the abundance creation, and she's created some really incredible, beautiful things that I find very inspiring. So I'm like checking on what she's up to. And she's a part of this organization called the Sleep Easy method. And I was like, let me go down this rabbit hole. So I've been checking out the Sleep Easy method. And yesterday I spent a long time actually reading about it. They have some really good details about the science behind it. And I know a lot of the sleep science already. And it was fascinating to be able to read all of the things that they talk about in this one like major part of their website. And I was reading it and I was doing it while I was sitting in the library. And the amount of relaxation I experienced in that amount of time, I was like, damn, they've got something great here. So, I got like the trial subscription and I used it last night. I woke up a couple of times and I just restarted the app and I didn't spend hours awake. So I want to offer that to you, the Sleep Easy method. I will link it in this video, like in the notes, and go and check it out. And I'm telling you this, like, as I make this video, I'm not getting anything by telling you that, other than to let you know that there are ways to support yourself and your sleep. If you're currently taking any sort of sleep medication, this app is helping people get off of that sleep medication to learn how to regulate your body on your own so you can actually get good sleep without needing medication. It works for a variety of sleep issues, trauma, all sorts of stuff. So check it out, the Sleep Easy method. The link is below. And that is what I wanted to share with you today. So remember, you have a picture of what anxiety looks like, and you have a picture of what excitement looks like. You've now learned that the biggest significant difference between anxiety and excitement is simply your breath. So breathe deeply, expand into your being and your rib cage. Remember, I space, and choose to operate from a place of excitement as you navigate your money puzzle. Remember, wherever you are inside of you, wherever you are inside of your money puzzle, and wherever you are inside of the entire cosmos, you are always doing a great job. The more you are showing up for yourself, the better job you get to do. A lot of things around money we were never taught or given. We've had to figure things out on our own. And the fact that you're here watching this, listening to this, participating in this means that you're fed up and you're ready to do it differently. And I'm here to support you in doing it differently because you get to live an incredible, ecstatic life. You get to live an even greater existence than what you've been trapped in, stuck in, imprisoned in, whatever it is. We're going to leave all of that in the past and help you create this epic future by learning some new tools for money so you can actually actualize abundance. Thank yourself so much for tuning into this. I hope you found it helpful. Wherever you found this specific video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever. I feel like this is such a great video that I'm going to put it even more places than just within this course. And if you want more access to even more great tools around navigating anxiety, I have a simple course that you can work through non-linearly. I'll link it here. It's called the Anti-Anxiety Toolbox. And it's a great course. So many of the things I've learned to do for anxiety through the years, including how to get out of anxiety completely. So I'll put that link below as well. It's a low-cost offering. I created an incredible amount of content thinking it was only going to be like a couple of videos, and it's like 20 videos. Again, you don't have to watch them all. You can take what works for you. You can see what the tools are. You can try one on every week or one a month, whatever it is, and apply these for yourself to find things that support you and help you. I shared what I did today because I think this is the #1 tool in the moment to utilize. That's so easy. Simply our breath, I space. All right, that's it. You're doing a great job. Remember, you are loved. I love you, and I look forward to being with you again soon. This is Dina Justice, the human doing, and Dolly Grace, the infinite being, the minister of magic, here at your service. I will be with you again soon. Have a blessed day.